tracking. But let's now talk about what all of this could really mean for our own markets. We have our team here with the trade setup. Mangalam, Sudarshan and Hormaz are all in to fill us in. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Hormaz, let me come to you first. Take us through what we should track in terms of the cues today.
The cues today, it all relies on NBFCs, right? It's going to be the day of NBFCs, as has been the case yesterday as well. But on terms of the market itself, the Nifty was lower yesterday, but the market has been range-bound over the last 3 days, as has been the case every time we see a big single-day jump and then we see a bit of consolidation. But the range for the Nifty has been widening over the last 3 sessions. It was a 50 points in that truncated Saturday session, 80 points on Monday, around 150 points yesterday. The Nifty ended lower yesterday, but despite that, the institutional flows were robust in the cash market. The FIIs were buyers of around 500 crores, DIs were buyers of around 2,000 crores rupees, but that is also because of a slew of block deals that we saw in stocks like Aavas Financiers, and that trend of block deals is likely to continue today as well with stocks like Zomato and Samvardhana Motherson. But in terms of the financials, as I was mentioning, the NBFCs will keep the sentiment in check. The Bank Nifty, which ended higher yesterday, it only has HDFC Bank and SBI to thank for that. The Nifty Bank was up 100%, but 100 points, but the NBFC pack, IIFL Finance was down 20% in a lower circuit yesterday. It's going to be JM Financial today. The IIFL has been downgraded as well, so we keep an eye out on that one. The outperforming sector within the banking space is the PSU banks. The PSU bank index is up 7% in the last 5 trading sessions, so we'll keep an eye out on that one as well. What has happened? The broader markets continue to remain under pressure, although the mid-cap index has not cooled off as much from the record highs. The small-cap index, though, is down 5% from the peak that it has had. And NBFCs, as I mentioned, along with that, hospitals and IT remain under pressure, and US market. The handover from Wall Street is weak, and the GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly weaker start for our markets today.
All right, Hormaz, thanks for taking us through all of those cues. It's over to Sudarshan now, who's tracking all of the stock-specific action. Sudarshan, like Hormaz was pointing out, today is once again going to be a lot about the NBFCs.
Morning, Pavitra. Another day, another RBI action after IIFL Fin. It's JM Fin today. RBI has barred JM Financial from doing any form of financing against shares and debentures. Also, company cannot sanction loans against IPO of shares, but can continue to service its existing loan accounts through usual collection and recovery process. And this action was necessitated due to certain serious deficiencies that RBI found during its inspection. Zomato sources say Antfin Singapore Holdings likely to sell 2% stake via block deals and offer sizes of more than rupees 2,800 crore, and price is at a discount of 3.9% to CMP. Samvardhana Motherson sources say promoter Sumitomo widening to sell 4.4% stake via block deals, and floor price is at rupees 118 per share, which is 6% discount to CMP, and deal size is of $427 million. Torrent Pharma, US FDA has issued establishment inspection report for Gujarat's oral oncology manufacturing facility. EIR indicates closure of the inspection. NHPC has started work on 1200 megawatt Jalon ultra renewable energy power park in Uttar Pradesh. Coal India Gevra mine gets environmental clearance to expand production capacity to 70 million tons per year. Havells India to expand its existing product portfolio with the introduction of kitchen appliances, and company expects to launch this category of products by May 2024. India Boost Real Estate, MIDC has asked company to vacate 512 hectares of a plot in Nashik in a month, and company will be filing an appeal against this order before appropriate courts or tribunal. REC board to consider interim dividend on March 16. AB Fashion Caladium Investment exercises its right to convert warrants into equity shares.
Okay, Sudarshan, thanks a lot for taking us through all of that action. We're going to watch for all of these stocks in today's trading session. Finally, it's over to Mangalam, who's looking at cues from the futures and options space. Mangalam, it's also the Nifty Bank expiry today.
It is a Wednesday, Nifty Bank weekly options expiry. This after yesterday, which had the Nifty financial expiry. But just keeping out the indices, you know, while the range is widening, as Hormaz pointed out, the point is that it's still in a range itself, 22,150 to around 22,500. And yesterday, while it was lower by about 50 odd points, this is the mid-cap index, which was also down by about 1/3%. The important part for the second day running, we had the advanced decline ratio a lot more in the favor of decliners than in the favor of advancers itself. Financial services, yesterday was the expiry, so towards the last hour, there was a fair amount of volatility that played out. From the mild green that we saw sometime in the middle of the day, it ended closer to the lower end of yesterday's trading range. On account of a lot of bulk deals, etc., we did see both the FIs and DIIs buy in the cash market. But despite that, if you just take a look at the Nifty futures premium, the March futures premium for the month started with a premium of over 100 points and now has come gradually lower to around 77 points, telling you that the FIs continue to sell this market. And yesterday as well, they sold about 1,400 crores in index futures. And in that, they added about 14,000 shorts and unwound around 450 longs. So as a result of which, one day where the FI long exposure inched higher to 38%, and the next day it's back to 35%, the same mark where it started the series itself. On the way up, 22,350 call for the Nifty has been fairly active, telling you that there is resistance around 22,450 to 22,500, and at the same time support around 22,100 to 22,150. Nifty Bank weekly options expiry plays out today, and to that extent it will be very important to watch out for both HDFC Bank and SBI, the stocks that accounted for most of the gains on the Nifty Bank yesterday. But there are a lot of shorts in the NBFC space, namely RBL Bank and Bajaj Finance. So those are a bunch of stocks that I'll be watching out for.
All right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. We will watch for all of those names. But